So here I wanted to create a video just to show you the editing process that I go through, and it might be helpful for you as well. So when I'm in the Neuron app, let's go ahead and open that up here, and I'm in an article for one of my blogs. For instance, I'm going to pick one that is just finished for right now. But here's what I'll do is I'll open up that article here, and you do have a section here for comments, and inside that, um, it's not very robust, so you might format your notes one way, and it just puts them all into one paragraph with no spacing, and it's very unorganized and sometimes hard for the readers to read the information and decipher it easily. So they sometimes then they got to copy it out of there and paste it into a Word document editor and then space it all out just to make sense of it and kind of put it into a list format for them to easily follow along. So what I do instead is I go through the article and I make my notes here as I'm looking at it. And you can do two different things. If you're using a Windows computer, you can just kind of pick two different apps and split them side by side there. Or you can use a little, I think the menu bar up here and just pick the side by side. But what I like to do is I'll just get this title of this article and I'll paste it over here, and just maybe I'll even note the writer who's written that article or was assigned to it. And I'll just create my notes here in a notepad. And in this case, I'm just using OneNote, um, the free version of it, to create my notes, which works pretty well. I like to be able to have, for instance, like little check boxes that I can put beside it, using this little to-do list here. It kind of helps me to just kind of double check to make sure that when I make the request for the edits that they actually followed up and they actually did what I asked them to do. So, like for instance, in this case, for this is a different article. It's not the same title here, but we'll just pretend this is the same article. So I'll go through and I'll make my list of edits. And again, these are just major edits. So you're going to be doing the editors and publishers will be basically doing the minor edits themselves and just creating the major edits for the writer to go back and do. So in this case, I've made my list here of the major edits required from the writer, and then after they resubmit the article back and say, okay, I made the changes, I'll go back and I'll just review them one by one and then I'll check them off as, yep, they did that. I'll check it in the article. Yep, they did that, and I'll check it off in the article. And if they missed one, then of course I'll just copy and paste it back into the Trello card to let them know, hey, you missed this one. Or if it's something simple, I'll just go ahead and make the edit myself and then not have to worry about sending it back to them. So those are the things that I do. What I'll do is once I make this list too, is I'll just copy it all, and then I'll go to Trello, and then I'll paste it. And let's just pretend this is for a different article, but let's just say this is the activity section of this Trello card down at the bottom. I'll just go and I'll put a reply to the writer, and I'll say, here's my list of edits that I need for this article, and then they can go through and actually do that. So for all new editors and publishers, my request to you first is, instead of copying and pasting this into the Trello board and for that specific writer to look at. Since if this is your first week, um, send me the edits first. Let me just look at them and make sure I agree with them. If they're, again, major edits, if they're the minor edits, you'll go ahead and just make those yourselves. You don't need to note those changes unless you want to be able to, maybe if the writer asks a question, you can say, oh, we edited that part. Then you'll have a record of it. But I recommend that you make a list and just keep a running tab of all the different articles that you work on, and that way you can easily refer back to those. But for your first week or so, please just make that list and send the list to me first. I'll look over it, and then if I agree with you on everything, I'll give you the thumbs up, or the okay to go ahead and post that onto the card for the writer, to edit. Okay. Hopefully this video was helpful for you. If not, send me a message and let's talk about it. Okay. Bye.